Hi, my name is Kevin Delaney, and I'm the class of '89, and I have the privilege of serving as the Vice President for Advancement at LaSalle College Preparatory. I am honored to welcome you to our 2020 virtual open house, where you'll be hearing from our academic, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities. I encourage you to take this opportunity to ask questions in our virtual booths, where you'll be able to talk to our faculty, staff, and students. Thank you again for joining us for our open house, and go Lancers!
Welcome to LaSalle's virtual open house. I'm Brother James Joost, and I served at LaSalle as a teacher in 1984 to 1991, remembering very fondly the hundreds of students I worked with in English class, religious studies, campus ministry, student activities, and even helped with the cross-country team. I came back later in 1998 to 2006 to serve on the Board of Trustees. And today, I'd like to lead us out with our opening prayer. So let us remember we're in the holy presence of God. Lord, you have given us many gifts. You give us the gift of family, of friends, of school. You give us the gift of our own lives and the many talents that we bring to the service of others. May this time at LaSalle today help us to rediscover these gifts and to help direct our lives in considering the road we will be taking with the furthering of our education, an education that is in service of you and the service of others. And we ask all of this through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. John Baptist de LaSalle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. And now, welcome to our open house, and enjoy your time, your virtual time, with LaSalle.
Hello and welcome. I'm President Perry Martin. I want to thank you for your interest in LaSalle College Preparatory. I understand that selecting the right high school for your student is a significant decision, and I am delighted that you're considering LaSalle. Today, the admissions team has planned an extraordinary tour of our school. As well, you'll be thoroughly impressed by hearing presentations by administrators, teachers, and coaches sharing our challenging academic curriculum, student clubs, STEAM programs, artistic excellence, and our athletic prowess. These presentations will serve as a resource for you as you evaluate whether LaSalle College Preparatory is a good fit for your family. Many families like you are drawn to LaSalle College Preparatory for several key reasons. Our inclusive school environment fosters a sense of belonging, making it easy to make new friends, and the ease by which teachers support every kind of learner. You're also here today because you're looking for a school where your student will be known and challenged rather than getting lost in the crowd or lost in the curriculum. But most importantly, you're looking for a school where your student will be highly prepared and equipped to thrive in college and beyond. LaSalle has been perfecting these two notable traits for many years and leads the educational industry in the perfect combination of academic, spiritual, and life-giving support. Many parents desire consistency between church, home, and school, and you'll appreciate the way LaSalle teachers encourage all three in support of the spiritual path of your student. Our teachers sense the balance between high standards and grace, and they act on it. Your student will be challenged to grow both intellectually and spiritually, and the academic programs at LaSalle College Preparatory are rich and rigorous. Your student will experience a broad number of subject areas through personalized and student-led learning. They're going to interact with books, project-based learning, discussions, technology, diplomacy, and solving real-world problems. Learning through hearts and minds and habits and values, your student will be taught the tools they need to learn, serve, and lead for the rest of their lives. They will love their studies, respect their teachers, and find delight in a LaSalle school mission that follows the charism of St. John Baptist de LaSalle, a master teacher, saint, and spiritual leader. So if these ideas resonate with you, I invite you to apply and become a member of our exceptional school. If you feel the coeducational school develops a sense of responsibility, respect for all people, and building healthy relationships that will last a lifetime, then look no further. And if you want your student to understand the misconceptions of human differences and be part of an inclusive learning environment that accepts all people, this is the school for you. So thank you for your interest in LaSalle College Preparatory. So come and join us. Be part of the Lancer Pride. I look forward to meeting you and discovering your passion for a LaSalle education. Go Lancers!
Hi, I'm Courtney Kassakhian, proud principal of LaSalle College Preparatory, and I'd like to welcome you to our virtual open house. I know that as you embark on the process of selecting the right high school for your student, it can be overwhelming. How do you determine what sets each school apart and what makes a school the right school for your student and your family? Here at LaSalle, we believe we have 4 characteristics that distinguish us from any other school in the area: Catholic, co-ed, college preparatory, and diverse. We are incredibly proud of our Catholic LaSallian heritage and to be part of the worldwide network of LaSallian schools begun by St. John Baptist de La Salle, the patron saint of educators. As a Catholic school, we have a 4-year religious study curriculum, we have a 4-year retreat program, daily prayer, monthly liturgies, and a deep commitment to service. The co-ed environment is one that we believe is important for our students as they transition from childhood to adulthood. The world is co-ed, and we believe there's no better way to prepare students for the world than to have them in a co-ed high school environment where they can learn to pray together, play together, work together, and learn together in preparation for college and beyond. As a college preparatory school, we have a curriculum that enables our students to be eligible to apply to any of the more than 3,000 colleges and universities in the United States. And more than that, we have a program that prepares them to succeed once they are in college. And as a school located in the greater Los Angeles area, we have a diverse student population that reflects that area. In any way that you can measure diversity, we have it here at LaSalle, be it ethnicity, socioeconomic status, or yes, even religion. I'm excited for you to learn more about LaSalle as you travel through our virtual open house today, and want to welcome you to our community, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Go Lancers!
Hi, my name is Bianca Joseph. I'm a senior at LaSalle College Preparatory. I am involved in student life and dance mainly, so I've been a part of the dance program for all of my 4 years here. Dance, you can do it all 4 years. You, as a freshman, start in Dance 1, so that's no experience needed. It's just basically a learning kind of class, and then you can kind of rank up and go into dance composition and choreography, so that's a really fun class. We use the Marina Dance facilities. We have recitals twice a year, a fall and a spring show. I made a lot of friends by going into dance. It was really cool to have like a community aspect outside of like who I had my classes with, like in an activity, you know, people that are interested in the same things as you are. It's just a fun like community, and like you build a friendship with all of those people. I got involved in student life initially at the orientation. I saw all the student leaders, how like into it they were. They were really like adamant about getting us sort of used to the student life and everything. Everyone was really like spirited about the school and like just really involved, and I wanted to be a part of something like that. As an ambassador, you know, when I'm talking to prospective students and stuff like that, I can give my story and how I sort of initially got involved at LaSalle, and I can tell them, you know, this is what I do for dance and this is like what I'm really into. And then just in student life, I can talk about like how we just sort of get them into the school and how they can like really be a part and like love LaSalle. LaSalle has a lot to offer. That's one of my favorite things, is that there's so many avenues for someone to take. You don't just have to be like the athlete, you don't have to be like the artist. You can do both, really. There's just like so much to offer here, and then you can like just find out, yeah, what you like. Service is obviously a really important aspect at LaSalle. Being a part of student life, we even like do the planning for that. I've gone to Ability First and like Union Rescue Mission in Los Angeles. So I think it's good because we really just kind of step away from the classroom and like the school and see what's happening in the greater community, and we are able to serve, and it's like doing unto others without expecting anything like in return. So yeah, you just like really learn and get to see the bigger picture of things, and it's nice. It feels really good at the end of the day. LaSalle is definitely open to anything. You know, we're super diverse in that sense with religious denominations and everything like that. One of the core principles that I think is most important to me is inclusive community. And when you're in the real world, you have to learn how to work with anyone from any situation, and it's, you know, the same both ways. So that core principle, I think, kind of goes and works with all of them. And as a spirit commissioner, that's like my main job, is creating the inclusivity throughout the whole school and seeing, okay, like this week, how are we gonna get, you know, that kid that's in the back of the class or in the back of the, you know, activity, how are we gonna get them involved in this rally or in this like game? Like, how are we gonna get them to love the school, like as much as I do? So I think inclusivity plays a huge role in us being a co-ed school. As a co-ed school, you sort of experience both sides of the picture. So you see how one person thinks of a certain issue or topic, and then how the other side thinks of it. So you learn how to coexist with each other, and you're open-minded to everyone's experience and, you know, what they think on things. LaSalle College Preparatory has really prepared me for you know, a higher education. There's an avenue for everyone. If you think that is too easy for you, you can go ahead and do, you know, the honors and the AP, and then our science and math courses are very advanced, and we do have a lot of facilities and resources to offer to our students. It's really up to you. You can sort of like shape your schedule and like what you like. That's one of the biggest things that I like. You know, I'm not that great at English and like history, the humanities kind of thing. So I'll like take it easy for those classes, and then I really like math and science, so I'll like go hard on those. So you can really just sort of shape your schedule and your courses to what you like and what you are passionate about, so that kind of helps a lot. I think my biggest piece of advice whenever you're, you know, looking for where you want to go is the gut feeling. I feel like at LaSalle, I got that gut feeling when I came as an 8th grader, looking to see where I wanted to go. And honestly, LaSalle wasn't even on my like radar of where I was thinking, but when I just got that gut feeling like that, like little itch, like this is the place that you should be, just by seeing the students, and like I think it really matched how I felt like I wanted my high school experience to be. If you feel that this is the right place, don't second guess it, like trust your gut, trust your intuition, because it's probably right.
My name is Maria Alvarez.
My name is Joe Alvarez.
My daughter, 4 years old, when she was looking for high schools, at first she was only looking for an all-girls school. So we applied to a couple. She did apply to LaSalle because her father had asked her, being that he's an alumni. Once we came and we looked at it, her feeling that LaSalle provided her a more broader perspective for women in engineering, I think that attracted her as much as it attracted me.
For me, I think it was the fact that it was one of the few that was co-ed. She's always been in school with boys, so I thought it was just a natural progression to move into LaSalle that was co-ed as well. My wife is actually a civil engineer, so she knows very well what it's like to work with men. And I think starting in school, high school, would give her a leg up. I think maybe if she would have gone to a girls' school, she wouldn't have had that opportunity to work with boys.
She may have started a little more shy on some of them, but to see her bloom and see her take leadership and ownership for projects and working with the guys on her team, it really showed well. And I think she's carried that through even now in college, to be able to function and not be intimidated. And I think that is what we're looking forward to for our younger daughter. As a parent of more than one, different personalities, I think this school provides what each student needs.
It's a great start to come to have them here at LaSalle. There's a lot of opportunities to explore, to do things that possibly maybe they're not even interested in. As far as, with LaSalle, having a counselor throughout your 4 years is, I think, very helpful if you get to know your student and help them, guide them or her while they're making their decision.
And that's one thing I've appreciated, the leadership, the different clubs, different organizations that each person can develop for themselves. Our children started off with Catholic school and elementary school. For me, that was one of the key important factors as far as education, not only in the, like you mentioned, the mathematical, but also in the spiritual. For me, it was definitely a major component of where they were going to go to high school.
Whenever we think about, the expenses of whatever it is, we always come up to that, this is one of the main reasons that we're doing it. And so I think it's very important for us as Catholics to have them come to a school like this. Diversity is key to understanding society, right? So especially because it's a small school, you'll be able to interact with these type of people that may not be the same as you.
For us, the proof is in the pudding on what we've done with our older daughter. She did very well graduating here from LaSalle. She received several scholarships, one being that she went to Catholic school. She's at a great university in Ohio. She's very well oriented as far as what her direction is. And I think the development she had here, those 4 years, were an important part. And of course, when you're first starting off and you're paying on a monthly basis, you're like, well, all the sacrifices that you're making. But at the end of the day, when they graduate and they move on into a career and they're well-rounded human beings, I think that's pretty much worth it.
Yeah. She had matured so much, once she graduated, there was a huge difference between when she first came here and then when she left. And I think that happens throughout the school, that there's a lot of support among students to do well. We saw it with our daughter, we see it with our son, and I'm sure we're going to see it with our other daughter as well.
And just taking responsibility for themselves and their education. She was like, I got it, I applied to these schools, my counselor and I have already done this, I've already done my essays. You're like, wait a minute, Maria was like, that was our job. We were supposed to be helping you. And she goes, nope, got it under control. So the fact that these kids graduate fully understanding what it will be to be an adult and what is expected of them when they get to college.
I would say, if somebody's interested in coming, obviously, is to come and take a look at it. I think they'll fall in love with the campus, as I did. It's small, but it's well designed. It makes a student feel like they're on a higher level academically.
One thing I will definitely say to any new parent coming in is that camaraderie, that family feeling, for them to understand that this is a family, this is a community, it's an involvement for everybody. It made me feel at ease.
I'm Dean Griffith. I graduated here from LaSalle in 2000. I sell residential real estate now, and I still live here in Pasadena. Well, I think, at least for an 8th grade student, you're probably focused more so on where your friends are going to school. Fast forward 20 years after graduation and looking back, I think your decision in selecting a high school should be based on probably more so the community, the network, the alums, the opportunities the school is going to provide for you in the future, not only getting yourself into the college that you want to go to, but life beyond college. I'd say, one of the big things LaSalle did, not only educationally, but socially, I think that's a huge component. Your real learning in college isn't in a textbook, in my opinion. It's interacting with other people, and I think LaSalle sets you up where you have the combination of both the strong technical academics, but also the social interaction with the community here and the teachers that are very interactive with the students. Yeah, I think your freshman year in college is kind of a reality check for a lot of people, and from an academic standpoint, I felt that it was, I don't want to say easier than what I had encountered at LaSalle, but I felt well equipped to handle all the academic needs and requirements. And I met my wife here at LaSalle, so the rest of my life was changed here at LaSalle based on that. I now have 3 kids. Beyond meeting my wife, I think my core group of friends are people that I met here. I think most of us, when you look back years later, you have a good group of friends, some of which may come from college, but I think the majority of my best friends that I look at today are people who I met here at LaSalle. LaSalle does a good job of, promoting all the Catholic Christian principles that, we want instilled in, our kids now. I'm looking at it from a parent standpoint and thinking about my kids years from now when I'm going to send them to school. The school is not overly forceful, however, with that, and I think that that's very appropriate. And I recall when I was here, we had, an atheist in our class. We had people of all sorts of different religious and faith backgrounds. And what LaSalle is trying to teach was never forced down the throats of the students where they felt uncomfortable if they came from a different religious background at home. But what's provided here lays a good foundation for a moral compass. LaSalle, by definition, is a college preparatory school, and one of the many goals of LaSalle is to prepare you for college. The vast majority of colleges are co-ed, so and beyond that, LaSalle's not just about preparing you for college, but life beyond college. But we live in a world with men and women that we work with every day, so LaSalle providing you with the opportunity to grow up and be educated in an environment much like what you're going to experience in college and beyond college is very important, I think. Here I am 20 years removed from LaSalle, and I'm still very well connected with my good close friends, a lot of other alums from various classes, a lot of teachers and administrators here. And in my professional life, which is so heavily based on networking, that network was really formed here, and I'm able to tap into that still to this day. I think one of the unique things about LaSalle is it's a very warm environment. The teachers are very welcoming here. The door is always open, and after classes, I've always felt that I could come back in if I had an issue or a problem, could talk to the teacher. And that's very much like what you're going to experience in college. In college, my freshman year, I had teachers give me their home phone numbers and said, if you have, questions after school, you can always call us anytime. And that was very much like what I experienced here at LaSalle, not so much the home phone number part, but the fact that they were accessible and willing to help beyond just the classroom hours. The teachers here really do care about the students, and it's more so than just A's and B's, but it's about forming good students and good people. Yeah, so one piece of advice that I'd offer to a family considering LaSalle is the networking and the alumni base here. I think that's something that's overlooked on the high school level, and I think it's huge, and it's played a huge role in my life. The network and the connections I made here at LaSalle are people who I conduct business with on a daily basis now, and I think that is something that can certainly be made here at LaSalle. Yeah, so one of the many components of being a student at LaSalle is the aspect of service, which many of us who have graduated from LaSalle I think continue on today in our personal and professional lives. And I know personally with my office here in Arcadia, where we have over 100 real estate agents, every year I organize a big holiday trip where we raise money and collect clothing for the Union Rescue Mission in downtown Los Angeles, and I'm the head of that. And looking back, I'd probably say that some of that was taught to me here at LaSalle. Yeah, if there was one word I could use to describe the faculty and staff here at LaSalle, it would be helpful. And I think about even today with my business and a lot of these people that were teachers or administrators when I was here 25 years ago, and now I'm conducting business with them. People that are just worried about getting these kids through their 4 years of high school. They're forming relationships with these students. They really do care about them. And to still maintain connections with some of these people when I haven't been here for 20 to 25 years and I'm still doing business with them today and maintaining friendly relationships with them, I think that's really unique and special.
Hi, I'm Susie Rettig, Admissions Officer for Communications and Operations.
And I'm Charlie Guillen, Admissions Officer for Recruitment and Outreach. We hope you enjoyed hearing from our keynote speakers, and we invite you to join us in our virtual booths where you can hear from students, faculty, and staff.
In addition to our virtual booths, our on-demand sessions are now available.
And you can also join us in our own admissions booth where you can get more information on the admissions process.
We look forward to helping you through your admissions journey here at LaSalle. Go Lancers!